Just imagine. I mean, I've thought about this. So now Justin's 6 years old. He's in first grade. Imagine if I found out that actually for 3 months, there was a teacher talking to him about gender or sexuality, maybe calling him Justine instead of Justin, and I didn't know about that. I might kill that person.
Seems like a reasonable approach to have. That's Dave Rubin using the same type of rhetoric we've been hearing from so many conservatives as of late, or as of previous, or as of forever, talking about killing someone because of the way they speak to someone else, maybe your child, and who they might be. Before we go any further about how far this goes down, let's listen to more of what Rubin had to say.
Elizabeth says a lot of activists are pushing for puberty blockers on children, and some are even saying that everyone should be placed on them until they can decide which gender they want to be. I know that sounds nuts, but that's actually true. How can we put a stop to this kind of insanity? Should the parental rights education bill in Florida be adopted in other states, or is that still not enough? Look, that's a start. That is a start, but it is not enough. So first off, of course, every state should model the Don't Say Gay bill, which had nothing to do with being gay, and simply that you do not want 6-year-olds being taught anything about sexuality or gender by state educators, and especially if they can keep that information private from the parents. Just imagine. I mean, I've thought about this. So now Justin's 6 years old. He's in first grade. Imagine if I found out that actually for 3 months, there was a teacher talking to him about gender or sexuality, maybe calling him Justine instead of Justin, and I didn't know about that. I might kill that person. That's where we're at, right? So unless you don't want these people killed, and I mean this somewhat flippantly, they want to abuse children.
Bit of a slight backpedal there, but still, for the folks who still wanted the violence, it's still there ready for you. You can take it any way you'd like. Maybe just flippantly, or maybe just directly. Who knows? Either way it goes, this type of language is a thing that, of course, incites violence. We've seen it over and over again. In fact, very specifically, we heard Matt Walsh talking very specifically about one place he would like to kill some people. Listen to him say this.
Today on the Matt Walsh Show, children's hospitals around the country are butchering, mutilating, and sterilizing their young patients. So according to Boston Children's Hospital, literally every toddler who has ever been born or will ever be born is trans. Now, if it seems like they're casting the widest imaginable net in order to catch the most children they can and put them all on a path to sterilization and butchery before they can even talk, well, that's because that's exactly what these monsters are doing. And they've done it up until this moment without much resistance from the public. But that has to end. We have to stop making it so easy on them. And that's why I'm in the very early stages of trying to organize a national coordinated effort to fight back against this evil. You know, it's really just a matter of where do we begin. Maybe we begin at Boston Children's Hospital.
Good idea, Matt. Because federal agents have arrested a Western Massachusetts woman in connection with a bomb threat hoax targeting Boston Children's Hospital. That's what officials announced. Boston Children's Hospital was also the target of a bomb threat last week, which led to an increased police presence and extra precautions at the facility. The criminal charge announced yesterday was not related to the most recent threat, which Massachusetts U.S. Attorney Rachel Rollins said. Boston Children's has so far received well over a dozen distinct threats. That's what an FBI agent also told reporters, adding that the matter is being treated as a top priority. I hope this top priority also goes to people who said, hey, I think we should start there. Stop letting them off so easily. Someone needs to stop this. All based on lies. What do y'all think?
Yeah, there's two elements there, right? So one is the call to violence. And you saw Dave Rubin catch himself there where he was going to say somewhat literally. And then he realized, oh, I might get deplatformed if I flat out say go kill people, right? Or I'm going to go kill a teacher, right? So he went somewhat flippantly. Okay, yeah, barely there, Dave, barely. Okay, but it's that doesn't help. Look, it's one thing to say, hey, we're going to kick some ass, and I mean politically. That's totally fine. It's another thing to say, if someone did that to my kids, I would go murder them. Somewhat flippantly. No. Those are two different things. You're saying if you're cool, if you're tough, go kill the teachers. So it's just disgusting. So the call to violence is over the top and disgusting, but the lies are unbelievable. Almost Everything they said was a lie. So Matt Walsh says, "Oh, Children's Hospital is saying that every kid should be trans." They never. Are you insane? They never said that. They never came close to saying that. What a preposterous lie! And they're mutilating and chopping up children. You have to remember their audience is maniacally dumb. And for anyone that is anywhere near an average IQ, you would know, of course, that's not true. They're not chopping up kids in Boston Children's Hospital, right? But their audience believes it. They actually believe it. That's why they're calling in the bomb threats. So, like, when Dave, on his stupid rant, what a sad, pathetic life you lead, Dave. So the right wing has different folks that they trot out to attack their own side. So Dave happens to be gay. So he gets paid to attack other people in the LGBTQ community. So that's why he's like, oh my God, if they talked about gender or sexuality, I'd be so mad. You should be mad at them. I'm gay, and I'm telling you, it's okay. Hate these people for being gay. God damn it, Dave. God damn it. Before, you were an unintentional joke, and we all laughed at you because you're the dumbest man in America. But now, this is serious stuff, man. And so you have no goddamn shame at all. So everything he said was a lie. First of all, what do you mean gender or sexuality? If you say to me, hey, your teacher's going to talk to your 6-year-old about sex, I'd say, no, I don't want that, right? If you told me your teacher's going to talk to your 6-year-old about genders, like, oh, that's male, that's female, and by the way, some people are not exactly male or female. There's a spectrum. I'd be like, oh, okay, they're teaching science a little early, but I have no problem with that. Right? And in that bill in Florida, you actually can't talk about gay people. You can't put up if you're gay, you can't put a picture of you and your husband up on like any straight parent could, right? Dave is gay, and he's still like, oh, that should be passed everywhere, of course. And you should tell people, oh, don't talk about gay people, because boy, God, that'll really corrupt them. God damn it, Dave, you're such a piece of crap sellout. Okay, so look, I've got to say one more thing about his lies. He said, they're telling all the kids, they could tell the kids secretly that you should all be trans. One, they cannot tell the kids that. Number two, no one's telling all the kids they should be trans. It's 100% made up. Look, guys, this isn't about, hey, I'm on this side and the other guy's on the other side, and you've been trained your whole life by honestly, the a-holes in mainstream media. You have to be neutral. Everything is even. Everything is even. In order to be polite and a good person, you have to call everything even. No, that is not true. You have to call liars, liars. He said, oh, a teacher could, if he calls Justine, I'm going to be so. Why would a teacher do that? What? If you're a senior in high school and you decided you're transgender, first of all, you cannot get surgery. You cannot. It's 100% a lie. All the right-wing media ever does is lie. It's not even. They're all maniacal liars. You should never believe anyone in right-wing media. But there is no teacher that can unilaterally decide, hey, you never told me you're transgender. You're 6 years old. I'm going to start calling Justine. What a preposterous lie. But yet, right-wing audiences are so dumb, so filled with hate. They're like, I want to hate gay people. I want to hate trans people. And here's Dave, and he's gay, and he says we should hate gay people. Perfect, right? And that's what that's for. Dave, I hope the money's worth it, okay? Because you have no soul. You have no honor. You're just a decrepit, pathetic lackey. Have you licked all of Tucker Carlson's feet and Ted Cruz's and Donald Trump's and all the bigots and all the homophobes? Have you gone around kissing their ass and their feet and dancing for them, Dave? Is that what you've done? You're pathetic.
Listen, I that was a sermon, and rightfully so, because here's the thing that's not a joke, and even though Dave is a joke, you put so many. He talked about child abuse. He put so many gay and trans and lesbian children in danger with that comment. He has pushed them further into darkness and away from safety. This is absolutely disgusting, especially when you see and realize that he's a gay man. But it also reminds you that nothing trumps whiteness. the proximity to power and being white comes before everything, even if you are sacrificing young, small, innocent people who look like you or who are going through something that you went through. And I think that is absolute. That is the height, that is the definition of not having a soul. I think what we should also focus on the fact that all of this is linked. I mean, we saw white nationalists in Iowa about to attack a pride festival. This much hate for anything that's not them is unbelievable. And them is fluid as long as you support white supremacy. You can be a part of that them as Dave is showing, as long as your guide is white supremacy. And I think if Biden is going to go on TV and say that this country is the greatest threat to this country, according to our intelligence agency, is this thinking, this way of thinking, this nastiness that's coming from the right wing, it's white supremacy, then we should be investigating and figuring out how in the hell is Tucker Carlson, Dave Rubin, Glenn Beck, all of these guys, Jones, saying the same thing about people, endangering people, setting people up, even hospital workers. They pretend so much they care about the police until the police are against white supremacy, i.e. Donald Trump and the FBI. They calling for defund the police when a couple of years ago when black people were saying it because police was actually killing black people. Or I should say are killing black people. Nobody heard that. So Dave Rubin is doing what in the black community we call Uncle Tom Okuning. I don't know if there's a word in the LGBTI community for that, but he's definitely wearing that shoe and that hat right now. And it's absolutely disgusting, mainly because we are jeopardizing the health, mental health, and well-being of young gay people in this country, young trans people, young lesbian folk in this country. And I think to do that should be it should be beyond blasphemy. It should be illegal. And unfortunately, he's talking about child abuse and he's actually committing child abuse on air.